Good morning, guys. Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check it out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see you all this morning, and so glad to have you here. I appreciate you guys coming in to hang out with me on this Thursday morning. Jordan, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you. Kat, I see you. Great morning to you as well. Tracy, I see you. Good morning. Brian, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Alexis, good morning to you. Tony, it's nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Appreciate you coming in as well. Y'all are amazing. We're going to talk about branding today a bit, guys, all right? So I'm going to talk to you today about how to build a strong personal brand online that attracts paying clients. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about, Justin, what do you think is necessary in this season? How do we shift our marketing plan a bit based upon what's happened in 2020, and how do we work into November? How do we have a strong selling season in the fourth quarter of the year? And all these different questions about, I think a lot of people are thinking about, how do I be as effective as I can right now? And I think a lot of the focus is on marketing. What do I do with my marketing? And so I really want to talk about branding, because branding will tremendously influence your ability to market yourself, and it'll also tremendously influence and impact your ability to attract those paying clients. In my very strong personal opinion, marketing is tremendously ineffective if you do not get your branding right. So before you really go into all thinking about how do I really want to market myself, you really got to make sure you get the core components of your branding correctly. So that's what we're talking about today, guys. We're talking about how to build a strong personal brand online that's going to help you attract paying clients. We are going to have some discussion about marketing in the mix of this, but branding really needs to come first. So that's our conversation for today. All you guys that know me, I'd love for you to share this out, get it out to your people, get anybody in here that you think needs this conversation, and let's dive right in. All right, y'all, Justin Kaplan Pro is my name. JustinKaplanPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting, your ideas into a profitable and scalable brand, leveraging the power of social media marketing. Guys, if you are new to me and you have no idea who I am, first of all, welcome. I'd love to say hello. Drop me in the comments. Let me know if it's your first time. Give me a hashtag first time. I would love to know that it is the first time you've ever seen me. If you're watching me on YouTube, guys, hit a subscribe button, follow along. I put up 4 new uploads every single week from Tuesday through Friday, hooking you guys up with anything and everything that you need to know to build a successful brand and business in the online space. All right, let's get to it, shall we? And Jordan, I see your comment, buddy. I super appreciate you, and I am doing very well. Sherry, great morning to you. Appreciate you coming in as well, y'all. So again, we're talking about how to become magnetic in your business, how to build a brand that will stand out and attract paying clients. So let me just go right into this. I got 9 things I want to share with you that are on my mind to talk about branding, and I'm just going to go right into this. Just have a little dialogue about it real quick. Also, just real quick before I go into this, just an FYI. Tomorrow is Friday. Every single Friday, I do a Freestyle Friday workshop. My Friday workshops are a live, interactive experience. It's not necessarily core training. It's more of interactive, something where I kind of teach you something and do something with you. So, for example, last Friday, we did live Facebook profile reviews for business owners, and I reviewed a bunch of profiles, taught you guys a bunch of stuff about Facebook profiles. Tomorrow, I'm doing YouTube profile reviews. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is very much like what I did last Friday, is I'm going to open up YouTube, and anybody who wants me to review your YouTube profile, I will look at your YouTube profile, tell you what I think, see if there's any areas where I think you can improve or do anything differently, and in doing so, I'll also give your profile a live view from my audience, so get some eyes on your business. If anybody would like me to do a YouTube profile review for you tomorrow, please put yes please in the chat stream. No matter what platform you're on, we're on 5 platforms right now. I can see all your comments. No matter what platform you're on, if you want me to do a YouTube profile review for you tomorrow morning, please put yes please in the chat stream. I do need you to be live when I do it, because I want to interact with you and talk to you. And then also, I want to just tee this up as well. If I've got anybody that would like to get started on YouTube, and maybe you haven't got going on YouTube yet and you would really like to start, I would like to have one person that does not have really anything done with their YouTube profile, and I will build your profile for you for free. while I'm live, because I want to create a cover photo for someone. I want to do some tagging for someone. I want to help set up all the components and kind of walk you through the process of how to set up a profile from scratch. So if I have anybody that wants to build a YouTube profile and you have not yet done that, please put yes please in the chat stream, and make sure you put in your comment brand new profile. And however many people tell me to do that, I'm just going to pick a name and choose one out, and I'm going to do that today. So this is urgent. Those guys that are live, you got first dibs. Those guys that are watching on the replay, get that to me today, because this is going to happen tomorrow. All right, I see you, Sherry. Thank you. Good morning. All right, so let's dive into our tips for today. The first tip I want to give you, number one, is I first just want to cover kind of what branding is and what branding isn't. All right, so I was having a conversation with a peer of mine. This has been about a year ago, but it still sticks with me today. I was having a conversation with a peer of mine. We wwere talking about some things that were going on in our businesses. It was actually the end of last year, and we were talking about just kind of how our year had gone and what was going on, and we went out for coffee, and we're just having a discussion about the online business space. And we were talking about a bunch of different things, and at one point in time, the conversation about branding came up, and I started talking about branding, and he said to me, he said, Justin, he goes, I don't think people really understand the impact that branding can have on their business. And I'm like, I completely agree. He's like, I think they see marketing as kind of a lead mechanism or a lead attraction to rather than a necessity of their business. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did you say? He's like, I really feel like they see marketing as more just a lead mechanism or a lead attraction to rather than as a necessity of their business. I'm like, did you just blend marketing and branding into the same conversation? He's like, well, it really very much is the same thing. I said, I 1000% disagree. I'm like, branding and marketing are not the same thing. And this is a lot of what a lot of people have a hard time with. I think a lot of people kind of lump branding into marketing. I think everybody knows, if you're a business owner, everybody knows that marketing is important. Everybody knows that if you're going to be in business, you've got to have marketing, right? You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to do advertising. You got to let people know who you are and what you do. But I think as much time and emphasis and attention that people put on marketing, they don't realize how important branding is and how much branding affects marketing. So the first thing I just want to go through real quick is just what branding is and what branding isn't. The first thing that branding isn't is marketing. Branding is not marketing. Branding is often confused with marketing, but really what marketing is doing, marketing is promoting. Marketing is a push tactic, right? So marketing is, hey guys, I got a brand new course. I'd love for you to check this out. Hey guys, I got a brand new website, launching a new business. I'd love for you to check it out. Hey guys, I got a new book. I'd love for you to go and check it out and get it. It's promoting, it's pushing. You're pushing your business or your product or your service on people. It's a promotion tactic. Branding is clarifying. Branding is a pull tactic. Branding is basically communicating why they want to buy your book, why they want to look at your website, why they want to look at your course, why they want to engage with you in any way. Branding clarifies to your audience why they're interested in you. And if they don't cross that bridge first, then they're not going to be interested. They're not going to be interested in anything that you're marketing if they don't realize what you actually do and how you could help them, right? So branding is clarifying. Marketing is the what. Branding is the why. If you're taking notes, it's one of the most powerful things that you can write down between branding and marketing, is that marketing is the what, branding is the why. Marketing is telling people what you have to offer. Branding is communicating to them why they should listen to you, why they should engage with you in any way. Also, the other thing that's important to think about with branding and marketing is that branding is strategic. All right, branding is strategic. It's the long game. Branding is thinking long term, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years out. You're establishing how you want to position yourself in the marketplace. It's a strategic setup of who and what you want to be in your business. Marketing is tactical. Marketing is the short game. Branding is the long game. Marketing is the short game, which is why I'm getting so many questions right now about marketing. Justin, what should I be doing for Black Friday? What should I be doing for the end of the year? How can I prepare for the beginning of next year? What do I do to leverage the fourth quarter selling season? 2020's been awful. How do I pick it up and get my momentum back? The people are thinking about right now, tactical, timely, short term, short game right now. And that's important, Short game's important, and that's why marketing is an important component. But if you're continually trying to play a short game and you haven't set up your business for a long game strategy, your audience will see that and they're not going to engage with you. I mean, are you going to go make a significant investment in anybody right now that you don't believe is going to be around next year? I mean, that's a real thing. I mean, that's a really real thing. And if you're sporadic, if your marketing or your visibility or what you do in your business rises and falls with the weather, people are like, yeah, I don't know if I would invest in you because honestly, I don't know if you're going to be here. I don't know if you're actually going to follow through to give me what I've invested in, right? So branding is strategic, marketing is tactical. The other thing I want to give you is that marketing creates leads, opt-ins, and buyers. And you're like, well, that sounds good. I like leads, opt-ins, and buyers. That's what marketing is about. Marketing is about putting yourself out there to attract leads, to attract opt-ins, to get more buyers, right? But branding creates loyalty, respect, and influence. Branding creates loyalty, respect, and influence. If you do your branding right, loyalty, respect, and influence takes time, right? That takes time to establish respect. It takes time to gain loyalty. It takes time to establish an influence. But once you establish that position of having loyalty, respect, and influence, leads, opt-ins, and buyers come way easier. Way easier. Marketing is ineffective without branding, and the better your branding is, the less time, energy, and money you're going to spend on marketing. All right, that's just a few things about branding and marketing, what branding is and what branding isn't. All right, so let's go into a few other things, just a couple of things I want you to get. And again, we're talking about long game. We're talking about things that you need to be doing day in, day out to really position yourself with a strong personal brand that attracts paying clients. All right. So number one was what branding is and what branding isn't. All right. Right. Isn't that true? Sherry says, I've witnessed these truths. Right. And I've lived it myself. And it's one of the reasons why I've been highly effective in building my online business, because I focused way more on my branding strategy than I did on my marketing strategy. And now I'm to the point in my business where I don't even do a lot of marketing. I mean, basically, I focus all on my branding, and I'm running a business now that's driven primarily about 60-70% off of referrals, because that's just, I want a referral driven business. I don't want to have to do marketing. I want people just to come to me and be like, hey, I was referred to you. They told me you're the best. I want to work with you. Absolutely. I'd love to work with you. So that takes time. You can't establish that in a blink. You've got to take some time to work that up. The second tip I want to give you today is to recognize that everything that you currently are and are not doing is forming your brand identity. Everything you currently are and are not doing every single day is forming your brand identity. Every single day that you do not show up for your audience is telling people everything they need to know about you. Your consistency or your inconsistency is telling people what kind of a business owner you are. When you say you're going to do something and you only do it part way and then you pull back and quit because it got hard, you're telling your audience what they need to know about you. Everything. Because listen, when you are a business owner, when you're a business owner, there's eyes on you all the time. Like, I believe this wholeheartedly. And I think those of you guys that have been in business for a while, that have paying clients, and you've been in the game for a while, good morning, Kimmy, thanks for coming in. When you are a business owner, I firmly believe there is always at least one potential client paying attention to me at all times. One hot potential lead, one person that has a very high likelihood of investing in me is paying attention to me at all times. So every decision that I make and every single thing that I do, I have to ask myself, if that potential client, is this going to work to my advantage, or is this going to work against me? Good morning, Paul. Thanks for coming in, my man. All right. Everything you're doing is telling people everything they need to know about who you are and what you do. All right. Every single thing you are and are not doing is forming your brand identity. All right. This is very, very important. Let's go into number 3. Number 3 is your core values are your compass. All right. Your core values are your compass in your business. They will guide you, but your core values will also attract. All right. I want you to get that. So for me, so my core values are faith, family, integrity, commitment to excellence, and honesty. Those are my core values. I established those core values right up front. And these are crucial to me. My faith is prominent. I will never, ever put my faith in the back seat to my business. I've had numerous people over the years that have been in business that have challenged my willingness to just talk about Jesus whenever I want to. And I mean, I had people early on when I first started, when I was early in building my business, and I was still pretty, I don't know if insecure is the right word, but just learning. And I had some people that I really looked up to that reached out to me. I can think of 3 specific examples of people that reached out to me, and I really, really had a high level of respect for all 3 of these people. And over time, each of these people reached out to me and said, Justin, really like what you're doing. You're really, really good with video, and I really feel like you're going to grow and you're going to be able to be tremendously successful in this business, but I would really tone down the Jesus stuff. And each of them said that in their own way. One of them was a phone call, one of them was a text message, and one of them was an email. 3 different people over the course of probably my first 6 months of being in business. And just in general, basically said, you're going to be really good, but I would tone down the Jesus stuff. And I'm like, really? Like, that's who I am. My core values are faith, family, integrity, commitment to excellence, and honesty. Faith is number 1 for me. I'm not going to put Jesus in the backseat because I wholeheartedly believe that God won't take you where you won't take him. Somebody want to give me an amen to that? So I take him everywhere and I put him at the front of everything. And I don't want to do anything that is not inside God's will for me. Do y'all agree with that? Like, I don't want to try anything in my own power. I don't want to try to do anything in my own weight. I don't want to try to, it's not by works, not by my might, but by his power working through me that I'm able to accomplish all the things that I'm able to accomplish in my business. That is my desire. You know what? And I'm just, I have had this very successful business in a very short time over the past several years. I'm not that good. but my mission on a daily basis is to let the Lord flow through me. Man, when I get on a phone with every single one of these clients that have invested thousands and thousands of dollars in me for me to serve them, my mission is to just be my very best for them, which is why I usually spend a lot of time in prayer for every one of my clients every morning to make sure that the Lord flows through me and shows me how to serve them well. Because I'm humbled at the position that I have. And so when people are telling me you need to tone down the Jesus stuff, I'm like, you for real? Like, you basically telling me to try to go out there and do it on my own? Not a chance, right? So faith, that's my core value. But so while I tell you that, that's important for me, that guides me, and putting faith first is important for me. And that I know I want to lead with the Lord in everything that I do, and I want to teach and train my clients based upon biblical principle. But on the flip side of that, my faith is also an attraction mechanism, because I've also had a number of clients reach out to me after hiring me and tell me, one of the number 1 reasons why I hired you is because of your faith. Is because I believe that you are a man of integrity. Good morning, Carice. I believe that you're going to be with me. I believe you're gonna be trustworthy. You're gonna be honest. You're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. And so your core values they're a guide for you, but they're also a method of attraction. Same with my family. Faith and family. Family is number 2 for me. And the reason why I put family number 2 is because I have gone through years of corporate business where my family was important to me, but it was down the line behind, business goals, financial metrics, management expectations, all the things that I had to do in corporate. My family was super important to me, but they were a back seat to all the things that my job required of me. And when I started my own business, I decided, never again will I allow a corporation to control my ability to be active and present in my children's lives. And so family's first. I will not sacrifice my family for the sake of this business. My family will always be first. If my kids have a ball game, I'm taking the evening off and going to the ball game. If one of my kids is sick, if something's going on, I will call my client and be like, I'm so sorry, but I have something I have to tend to in my family. We're going to have to reschedule, because my family will always come before my business. That's just how I am. But you know what? Well, there's some people that don't like that. And I've had people that have challenged that before and said, well, I'm not sure I could work with you if I know you're always going to be cutting off. I'm like, for real, those guys that are my clients, I work my butt off for you, which is why when a circumstance rarely does come up where I have to take some time off for some reason, my clients are like, go do it. But I think another element of that too, while those core values guide you, it's also an attraction mechanism again too, because I'm a business coach. I teach people how to build businesses. That's what I do. I take people with a gifting and an idea and an ability, and I help you build a business from scratch. I want you to know that my family is tremendously important to you. So from that perspective, I will also not coach you out of balance. I will not coach you out of balance. The first coach I ever hired when I started my business coached me out of balance and was trying to get me to go all in on a lot of different areas that were going to be a sacrifice to my family. I'm like, I won't do that. And he's like, do you want to be successful? I'm like, not at the sake of my family or put my family through the ringer to do it. No. If this is going to make me grow slower, then I'll grow slower. But I am not going to sacrifice my family for the sake of this business. So I want people to know how important my family is to me, because I want you to know that if you hire me, I will not coach you out of balance. I will not, if you got issues in your marriage, I mean, I've got some clients where, we get on the phone to do a strategy session for our bi-weekly call or whatever. And I get on the phone with them and I'll spend an hour talking to them about their marriage. I've done marriage counseling. I've done parenting coaching, because you know what? That's what's important right now. And I'm not going to sit here and try to talk to you about your business or your marketing strategy when you got stuff that's broken at home. So I will not coach you out of balance. But that's a core value, but it's also a method of attraction. So going to your core values, I'm not going to spend a whole time talking about core values. But number 3 is your core values are important. And if you can't rip your core values off right now and say, these are my core values, faith, family, integrity, commitment to excellence, and honesty, that's something that you may want to sit down and identify, because that should be guiding your decision making with everything that you do in building your brand. All right. Number 4, let's talk about core themes. The core themes of your brand are your storefront, and your core themes will position you. So core themes, what these are, y'all. Core themes are the core content themes that make up your brand and business. For example, excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink of my coffee real quick. My core themes in my brand and my business are 21st century branding strategy, social media marketing strategy, personal development for business owners, and content monetization. 4 buckets, 4 themes, 4 core themes. Branding strategy, social media marketing strategy, personal development for business owners, content monetization. Those 4 things. Good morning, Kim Wendy. Thanks for coming in. So what that is that basically I want you to think about, if you've engaged with me for a long time, if you've seen my content, even if you're watching me for the first time, you will never ever see me teach anything, share anything, do any video training, blogs, podcasts. You will never hear anything from my business that does not fall into one of those 4 buckets: branding, marketing, personal development, or monetization. Those are my specialties. That's my wheelhouse. That's the best of who I am and what I offer. And it's my core. Those are my core themes. So whenever I create content, whenever I have an idea to share something, anytime I'm ever going to share something, I always ask myself, does it fit into one of those 4 buckets? And the reason why that's important is because your core themes position you. All right? Your content positions you. One of the questions I get so often is, Justin, how much content is too much content to give away? How do I know when to stop giving content away for free and offer something for free, or offering something for fee? This is my personal opinion. All right, strong opinion. I believe wholeheartedly. Y'all listening? Everybody, give me a good morning, Justin, in the chat stream if you're paying attention. I really want you to get this. All right, this is so important. People pay me a lot of money for this conversation, and I really want you to get it. Everybody give me a good morning, Justin, in the chat stream. I want to make sure y'all pay attention, because somebody's doing your makeup right now and you're kind of half listening. That's not a bad way to look at it, Kim. Kim says, what about calling them your 4 pain points? You can call them whatever you want. For me, I call them core themes. You can call them whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Just you need to get them out there. There's my good mornings. All right, good morning, everybody. So I do not believe that it is possible to give too much away, provided that people understand that you are a business and they respect the value of your time. Okay? I do not believe that it's possible to give too much away, provided that people understand that you are a business and they respect the value of your time. Your content, if you are worried about giving content away, you're looking at content from the wrong angle. Your content positions you. It's a positioning mechanism. which is why it's so important to establish those core themes. And you don't have to have 4, you can have 2, you can have 3. I don't recommend going more than like 4 or 5. I mean, if you got 8 core themes, you're a jack of all trades and nobody knows where you're coming from. So don't get too heavy with all the different types of content. But you also don't want to be too singular. Because listen, if all I ever talked about was branding, like I've been doing broadcast video content for almost 6 years. If every day all I ever talked about was branding, I mean, it'd get kind of old, right? Like, wouldn't that get old? Like, Justin's still talking about branding. That's all he's ever talking about. And I know some people like that they're a one-trick pony. That's all they do. They talk about one thing. I don't think you want to be too singular. What you want to be is everything that your audience, everything that your target consumer needs. So I know that for me to really help my audience build businesses and to hit all the pain points that they have, I can't just talk about branding. I also got to help them with marketing. I got to help them with them personally, because a lot of cases, a lot of people got a lot of the right skills, but they need to develop personally. They need help to be more motivated, to be more focused, to be more driven, to be more detailed, to be more whatever, right? So I need to dig in on that. And then content monetization, I want to help you make more money. So those are things that I specialize in. But this is important. Your content positions you, all right? So when I come out and share content with you guys, those guys that know me well, I leave nothing out. Nothing. I give it everything to you. In a lot of cases, a lot of the stuff that I share in live videos are things that people pay me for. Information that they pay me for. But there's a difference, because when I share it with you live, it's a one-way street, right? I'm just sharing with you this information. You go and try to do it your own. What people pay me for is not just my information. People pay me for application. They pay me for, Justin, I've been listening to you forever. I love your stuff. I need you to teach me how to implement this. I need you to look at my business. Give me some ideas for my brand, right? They need application. People pay for that personal experience, right? So your content, that's why my mission when I bring content to you is I want to give you the most valuable stuff that I can give you, and I leave nothing out. Because what happens is when you have an experience with me, and hopefully you go through this broadcast, those guys that are live and on the replay, when you watch this, hopefully you watch this. My mission is for you to get through this video and be like, that's the most valuable conversation about branding that I've ever heard. That's the clearest conversation about branding I've ever heard. That gave me so much clarity about what I need to be working on. That gave me so much confidence to know that I'm doing the right thing. That's my mission, is to inspire you, to motivate you, to intrigue you, to get you thinking differently, acting differently, believing differently than you would have if you would not otherwise come in this video. Right? My mission is to impact you, to influence you. So then what happens, this is free content. You're not paying for this. You're paying me with your time and attention. But then what happens down the road is, as soon as you need to do anything with your branding and you're having a conversation with your spouse over dinner and you're like, I really feel like now's the time to start building our brand online, I think we ought to get in touch with Justin. That's positioning. I position myself in your mind. When you're listening to me share a tremendous amount of value over and over and over on marketing and branding and monetization and personal development, then when someone comes to the crossroads of needing some help and they need help with something that I specialize in, I want to be the first person that comes to your mind. I want to position myself. It's called mental real estate. I'm capturing your mental real estate so that when you shift into something that you need that Justin can provide, I want Justin to be the first on your list, right? So your content positions you, your core themes position you, and not coincidentally, all of my core themes make up my content, but also every service that I provide, every coaching program that I have, everything that I offer for sale also aligns with those core themes. So the only things that I sell fall into branding, marketing, personal development, or content monetization. All right. So I'm positioning myself with my content so then as soon as you're interested, you're like, man, Justin's the one, I got to talk to him about branding. Then you go to my website and you can look at all the stuff about my branding. Right. So pay you for transformation. I love that comment, Sherry. All right. So and thank you, Kim. I see your comment as well. So your core themes are your storefront. Your content is what people like to window shop, y'all. Right. So it's your storefront. Your core themes are what give people a glimpse of what you're about, and it intrigues them to want to come in the door and learn more. That's important. Just a few other things that I want to give you on this conversation today. Number 5 is just a couple tips about just branding strategies. All right. Number 5, excuse me. Number 5 is to find ways to be a fuel source. Find ways to be a fuel source. Thank you, Sherry. I'll see you in a bit. All right. What does that mean? That's something that I really try to do every day, y'all. Is every single day when I create content, I really seek to be a fuel source for my audience, to fuel you in some way. And I want my audience to get used to that, right? So I want to fuel you with ideas. I want to fuel you with inspiration. I want to fuel you with drive. I want to fuel you with goals. I want to fuel you with tips and strategies that will actually work. I want to fuel you with motivation on the days that you need it. I want to fuel you with inspiration on the days that you need it. I want to be a fuel source for you. Being a fuel source is about giving more than you take. Good morning, Tasha. Being a fuel source is about giving more than you take. I think we can all agree that we've all got people on our friends list and in our social media network that take away from you. Y'all agree with that? Put agree in the chat room if you agree with that. Do you got people in your network, when you see them, you're like, ugh, drain it. They're draining your energy. They're draining your positivity. Some people that just make you feel like crap. Some people that just like negativity, garbage. You know, people that are draining you. People that are, you got people that are all about them. They're trying to get from you. Give more than you take. I don't ever want you to have an experience with Justin Kaplan Pro that leaves you feeling lower than you were when you showed up. Ever. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine you having an experience with me and like hanging up a broadcast or leaving a post and being like, well, now I feel worse than I did before. No way. Not with me. Nuh-uh. Like, I want to build you up, fire you up, pump you up. You guys are like, why is this guy yelling at me first thing in the morning? Because I love what I do. And I love the fact that I have all these people on all these networks right now watching me live that are paying me your time and attention. I just want to be a fuel source for you today on this Thursday. I want to pump you up. I want to get you moving. Again, I say this all the time. My mission every single day is to get you thinking differently, acting differently, or believing differently than you would have if you had not otherwise come into this room. I want to be a fuel source for you. I want to pump you up. And I want you to know that about me so that when you get up in the morning and you're needing some fuel, you're needing some motivation. Doesn't have to be in the morning. You just be like, man, I just need a shot of Justin. I need a shot of Justin's content. Let me go to his YouTube channel. Let me go to Facebook. Let me go see what he's up to. Let me jump in his live. I need a shot of Justin to get me going today. Be a fuel source for your audience. All right. Number 6 is seek respect, not attention. It'll last longer. A lot of people go to branding and they go for flash and glitz and surprise, and they're trying to get attention. If you're trying to just get attention, you're going to struggle because attention is hard to keep. Respect is not. Respect takes longer. Attention comes quicker. You can get attention quickly, but attention quickly fades. Respect takes a little bit longer to establish, but once you establish respect, it's hard to lose it unless you do something that's completely against your brand standards. Seek to build respect, not just get attention, because respect will work for you in the long run, and attention will be something that you're constantly chasing. Number 7 is ensure that your best is the most easily accessible. The one thing about the 21st century audience, y'all, is that they got a short attention span. Short. Y'all agree with that? It's like a lightning bolt. Quickly, statistically, the average consumer, when they visit your social media platform or your website for the first time, is going to give you 8 seconds of attention and 1 click. And they usually only give you the 1 click if they like what they see in 8 seconds. That's fast, y'all. That's way fast, all right? So ensure that whatever is the very best of what you do is the most easily accessible. For example, y'all, I have a mobile app. that is available on the market. This is one of the things that I built this year because I wanted to make sure that my audience could get the best of me very easily. So if you don't know this, I have a mobile app. It's free. If you go to your app store on Apple App Store or on Google Play, you can look up Justin Kaplan Pro. You'll find my app. You can download this and put my app on your phone. And my app has all of the best of what I do easily accessible on your phone. It's got my best content. It's got my best resources. It's got all those different things that you can, all the very best of what I do right there, easily accessible on your phone. All right. That's what I'm talking about, making your best easily accessible. Now, it doesn't mean you need to go out and build a mobile app. I mean, you can if you want to build a mobile app, but it's about making whatever it is that's the best of you, whatever it is that's the easiest. All right. You've got to make sure that that is easily accessible. Make sure if it's a resource, if it's a book, if it's a coaching program, if it's your content, whatever it is, make it easy for people to engage with it, because people just need that ease. I think the two things that drive consumers right now, the two primary things. Oh yeah, Tasha, get that app. The two primary things that drive consumers forward right now, that motivate consumers to purchase, is ease and accessibility. Ease and accessibility. We live in an Amazon world. That's what people want. That's why Amazon is so accessible, because it's easily and it's the most accessible. You know, you go buy something on Prime, you're going to have it on your doorstep in 2 days, possibly even one. Accessible right now. It's easy. Easy. Everybody's all about ease and accessibility. So as you build your brand and as you build your business, those two words have got to be prominent in whatever you're doing. You got to make sure that what you're doing is easily accessible. All right. Couple last ones I'm going to give you. Just number 8, number 9. I'll get these two real quick, then we're going to get out of here. Number 8 is to demonstrate sincerity. Demonstrate sincerity. I think this is really important for people, just to realize that you are a genuine human being. And then you're not just trying to get their money. I sincerely want people to know this about me. And I think I've done a good job at doing this and building my brand over the years, is really demonstrating to people that I sincerely care about your success. And I sincerely care about your business and your ideas. And my mission is not to get your money. My mission is to see you succeed. Now, my services have a fee with them, of course. But my mission is not financial. My mission is impact and influence. Like, I sincerely want to help you grow and succeed. I say all the time that I'm not a salesman. I don't sell stuff for a living. I serve people for a living. That's my mission, is to serve you. I want to serve you. And I do that. I demonstrate that through my content, though. I demonstrate that through the interactions. I demonstrate that through the phone calls that I have and through the impact that I have on people. Like, I'm constantly looking for ways to just help people, because that's just who I am. But I think there's power in that. And if that's something that you're not taking time to do, if you're not taking time to invest in people, listen, I'll tell you this. If you are, how do I say this? I'll give it to you this way. I firmly believe, as a business owner, as a content creator, as a coach, that I need to be investing in my audience long before I can expect them to invest in me. I believe that I need to be investing in my audience long before I can expect them to invest in me. What does that mean? Doesn't mean that I don't need to necessarily be investing my money in you, but I need to be investing my time, my energy, my resources, my ideas, my content, all the things that I have the ability to invest in you. I need to be investing myself in you long before I can expect you to invest in me. And a lot of people don't operate that way. A lot of people come out with a brand new business and they do a couple of videos and they're like, oh, I got any clients yet. And I'm like, nobody knows you yet. What have you done for, what's the last thing you did for someone? Were you invested in them in some way? You got to, y'all. Tasha says, people driven, not profit driven, and the profit comes as a result. Absolutely. Absolutely. What I say, Tasha, is I believe that when you serve effectively, the sale happens naturally. When you serve effectively, the sale happens naturally. Last one I'm going to give you is to be uniquely and confidently you. We're talking about how to build a strong personal brand online that attracts paying clients. One of the number one ways to wreck your business and deter anyone from ever hiring you is to try to be something that you're not. Try to be something that you're not, and people will see through you like a glass freaking door. All right, you have got to be you, uniquely and confidently you. And listen, confidence attracts clients. Doesn't mean that, I mean, even if you are insecure about a lot of things that you're doing, that's all right. Don't project that. And really what it comes down to, is it comes down to being believable. That's really what it comes down to. You got to be believable. And you will not be believable if you demonstrate insecurity about your own brand and your own products. If you cannot confidently communicate and show that you love what you do and you are confident in what you've created, people will not see that from you either. All right? Confidence brings clients. Confidence brings clients, all right? So be uniquely and confidently you. That's number 9. Guys, hopefully that was helpful for you. That was 9 things I really want you to understand about branding and how to build a strong personal brand online that attracts paying clients. Guys, I appreciate your time and energy. Y'all are amazing. Again, a quick reminder, tomorrow morning on my Freestyle Friday workshop, I'm going to be doing live YouTube profile reviews. If you currently have a YouTube profile that you would like me to take a look at, I will do it live on my screen and I'll show people your brand and your business. Put yes please in the chat stream if you would like me to review your YouTube profile. If you currently do not have a YouTube profile but you would like to build a profile, I'm going to pick one person tomorrow that I'm going to actually build your profile for you for free while everybody's watching. I'll set up a cover folio for you, get your phrasing, your tagging, and all those things. I'm going to show the key components of setting up your profile, and I'll do it live for you if you need a profile done. Please just put yes, please, in the chat stream if you want to be included in that tomorrow. And then those of you that have that need a profile built, please put yes, please, and then put new profile, so that way I know. And then I'm just gonna pick someone tomorrow while I do that. Kim, I see you wanting to do your profile review. We'll definitely get you on the list for tomorrow, and that'll be tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. If you do want me to review your profile, please join me live. Make sure you're here because I do want to interact with you and talk with you a little bit. I don't want to review profiles if you're not here, so I want to make sure you join me live. That's tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. All right, guys, you all are awesome. I appreciate you. Those guys that are watching me on YouTube, smash that like button, would you please? Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently following. I appreciate you. Again, I do 4 uploads a week, Tuesday through Friday. Love to see you here, following me along and joining me live, guys. Have a beautiful day. Be intentional with that time that you have. Be intentional with your talent. Get about those goals that you have, and I will see you guys all around the web. Right? Take care. God bless, and I'll see y'all later.